Hey Pisces, welcome to your mid-May Blue Jay Calls General Tarot read. It's a general read, so take what helps you find balance in the past, present, and future. Leave anything that doesn't fit you or your situation being in balance and flow completely alone. It's not for you. You already have all the answers inside you needed to reach balance, so relax. This may actually apply to no one. Who knows, right? I don't have private reads set up at this moment, and I am not ready or prepared to accept donations. In the meanwhile, check out Heaven Sent or Am I Trippin' or Not Tarot, because those ladies are amazing and rock, and will entertain you to no end. Beauty and abundance are all around us. We simply need to look for it. I find abundance from nature all around, from fruit to food. I find these morel mushrooms in my backyard, of all places. Who would have thought? Crystals are around this place too. If you're looking for crystals, I'm happy to connect you with somebody who can get you carnelian, like that beautiful one right there. In the meanwhile, I've got a Rider-Waite tarot deck here, and we will be pulling 3 cards and some clarifiers, however you want to think about it. We'll look at current energy, we'll look at what's coming in, and we'll look at what's unknown to you. Whatever your question is, on whatever the topic is, it's all about your inner balance and finding that peace within yourself so you can make wise decisions for your present and your future. The past is behind us. Oh, hey, justice is popping out as the first card here, so we'll go with that for our current energy, justice. We'll get some clarifiers on justice, because justice always involves a couple of different sides at least, and everyth's popping around here. Something flipped over. We'll take that for our current energy. I'm a little clumsy at the moment. It's been a long day, and things are kind of hazy. The Eight of Wands. So, Eight of Wands is using too much force, like warfare. So what's coming in is maybe some heavy thoughts towards yourself, towards the situation you find yourself in, like this oppressive force. You know how us Pisces people like to think about things deeply and probably too much at some points in time. But what's unknown? The Page of Wands. So the page is also a princess, so a message. And messages can be for good or bad. You never know. It just depends on who's sending them and what the message is. But this message is about enthusiasm or revenge. So you may find yourself in a circumstance or a situation where you're like, oh, I could embrace a new start, but I could be completely ridiculously vengeful. And this unknown message is like percolating around in your head. As always, choose the temperate middle path towards balance and peace and harmony, and you'll find, as I often do, fellow Pisces, in a more prosperous situation where in the moment you look around and there are trees and green and everything is beautiful. So let's get some clarifiers here on this Eight of Wands, this oppressive force coming in. The Devil. So the Devil card is about continued oppression or bondage or being stuck in a situation. And with the Devil, there's always 2 options, right? There's that higher self, that lower self. That's usually how the Devil offers it. If you're thinking about the tree of life, the difference between true beauty and splendor, right? And the Devil, whatever situation is, will always try to use trickery, so it's important to laugh at the Devil because it's funny. We get a real prime example here. We have illusions and many options on one side, and then on the other side we have gaining strength, and you see this angelic person, the infinity symbol, connecting their crown chakra to spirit, just petting a cat and hanging out, gathering their strength, being in their strength. You can see a harmony and abundance, and this other person's kind of in the dark, like, geez, what am I going to do? Do I go towards work? Do I do some mushrooms? Whoa, there's a snake over there, I think. Wow, that one looks like a rat. There's a lot of different options, and what's going to bring success? And that's an illusion the Devil brings, like, hey, go on out in the world. Look at all these options, rather than strengthening yourself inside. So the cautionary point here comes up as the Five of Pentacles, loss of money, job, toil, trouble. So, it's probably in your best interest to go towards your strength. create the wealth you want in the world through hard work rather than going for things that are quick fixes or illusionary success. Gather your true strength, consult with the high priestess for whatever this devil situation is that's coming into your life. And again, be aware of illusions and choices on either side. Lots of twos, lots of choices, lots of gates, if you will, to go through. With the balanced force and the Two of Wands, there's some stubbornness, and that stubbornness might serve you well in seeing through illusions. Try not to be malice or petty with yourself, or if this situation is outside of you and not about your balance, try not to be petty with anything coming in that offers temporary or illusionary sort of success. Yeah, you'll avoid treachery that way, and like you'll win, but like what do you win? A bunch of swords? Yeah, and then you come off as a Seven of Wands person with courage, strength, and an outcome based on complete and total ignorance. But moving towards a victory again through balance, through keeping that middle pass, you'll avoid those things. This also comes with the Eight of Pentacles, which is again malice and petty. So to get to that victory, the cards seem to be saying don't be malice and petty, and you'll get to your Nine of Cups situation. Cards confirming that idea and thought train with that solid foundation. So whatever's coming in, be aware of the illusions around it. Make a good choice. Don't be a petty malice bitch and just let it fly by. What's unknown, this Page of Wands, which again could be about enthusiasm or revenge, comes up with another message, which is about wisdom, strength, and insight. So as you're debating what to do, definitely rely on your wisdom, strength, and insight. That came up on what's coming in, where the High Priestess showed up to show us wisdom, strength, and insight. Yeah, be the hermit. Seek that wisdom. Look for the justice in this situation. Now, justice as a current energy, how are we feeling justice? Okay, so there was potentially some situation that ended, a thought train, a habit, something that brought a level of justice. On the other side, we had a lot of hard work. Seven of Pentacles, hopes sort of deceived, where all the hard work created no lasting impact. It's like, oh yeah, yep, you got your lettuce, everything went. Oh, here we go. Perfected work. So, yeah, like you put in a lot of work, you didn't see a result. That perfected work might have been hampered by an Emperor sort of energy that you had. Maybe you were too rough or too forceful, as the Emperor can sometimes be, or too warlike. So those are all things always to be cautious of to get to our perfected work. So that justice situation left you maybe feeling like the hangman, where you're like, shoot, I'm always in the same spot. What do I do now? But ultimately, being in that hangman position and seeking that inner wisdom and guidance, as the cards have said with the High Priestess, will get you to that Ace of Cups, as the cards have already shown us, and how that all connects to what's coming in. King of Pentacles, so being steady, reliable, making solid gains and improvements, versus the other side of this is strife and conflict and stuff. So be that steady, reliable, balanced individual in the middle of things, and you'll wind up with like a happy sort of nostalgic situation. When you look back on your hard work, maybe with a little contention, but ultimately you're not in this mindset with yourself where you're being cruel and overbearing to yourself. You're happy and relaxed. So we'll get a final outcome on that. Yeah, that hard work and balance, maybe some level of discontent with it, with this Two of Pentacles. Everything's on the royal, right? But ultimately you have that Tower moment, and two cards come jumping right out between the Two of Cups and the Four of Pentacles. With the Two of Cups, you're looking at harmony and mirth, versus the Four of Cups, which is like somebody who's just, there's stationary injustice. If they do anything, it's by contention. It's like never done without an argument. There's not this harmony and mirth where it's like, yes, this is a beautiful path to follow. Yeah, and there's a final judgment there on that for you, on whatever that particular situation is, whatever battle you have going on inside of you for that. We'll do a deck cut here for a final card. Be the Magician. The Magician card comes up, so To make sound judgment, use all your keen insight, be in your high priestess power, be in your hermit mode, get that wisdom. Remember to balance force to not create an overly exertive situation. We'll pull a Zen Cone card here, and we'll see what we get for that for an additional point to ponder. The wave and the sea are one. How appropriate for us, watery Pisces. The wave and the sea are one. And it's important to remember that if we make a momentary wave in the world, in our world, it's perceived as us. It's not just a momentary wave. People see the ocean throwing waves at the shore. So, again, moderation, keeping yourself in check, not being malice or petty, putting in that hard work, expecting it to be work, and balancing in that work, in getting to the end result you want to be, rather than being misperceived as a wave smashing on things, if you will. Be the magician, Pisces. Have a great time until next time.